Good morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. Happy Friday to you. An uptick in cases from a new coronavirus strain that's threatening the United States. This headline from The Hill yesterday: as mask mandates start to reemerge amid an upturn in COVID-19 cases. I cannot believe.
I can't believe we're talking about this.
That 3+ years later, this is still a thing.
Yeah, let's bring in the founder of the Freedom Doctor Alliance, Dr. Angelina Farella, and internist at Custom Care Medical Dr. Frank Contessessa. I can't believe we're talking about mask mandates again. Dr. Frank, I can't believe I saw schools. There was a school down south that closed because kids have COVID, kids have strep throat. They essentially have what kids get in school
which happens
at the beginning
fall.
of the season.
Right.
Masks, we know these flimsy masks don't work. Why are we going through this again?
Well, good morning, Rob and Allison, and that's a great question. I don't know why we're doing it because, as you said, the science shows, study after study shows that masks really don't help contain the spread of COVID-19. Some of the studies are even showing that even the higher quality masks are not as good as we once thought, because I've been on here a lot and said, oh, well, you know, if you want to wear a mask, you better wear a high quality one. If you're on an airplane, that may not even be helpful either. And we certainly know that the mask mandates didn't help the first time around because everyone got it. So I don't know why we're having this discussion. Again, it really makes you ask the question, what's behind it? And I don't know the answer, but I can tell you this, that the mandates won't help contain the spread. And who cares? COVID is here to stay. It's just going to be like having a regular cold. And I don't know why we keep naming the strains. It's just become a common cold.
Yeah, it's like naming hurricanes and that sort of thing now with these variants. Okay, so from The Hill again, I just want to show you who's got mask mandates right now. Here's the headline. Hollywood movie studio Lionsgate has asked employees to wear masks. Kaiser Permanente began to require staff, patients, and visitors to wear masks again. Schools, including Rutgers University in New Jersey and Morris Brown College down in Georgia, have also issued mask mandates. I don't know why 20-year-olds need to be wearing masks, but take a listen to, and this is Sunday, former FDA Commissioner Dr. Scott Gottlieb on COVID boosters. Again, he's talking about the new COVID booster coming out this fall. Take a listen.
17% of the population took the booster shot, according to the CDC, last time around. Why does someone need to continue to update?
Yeah, look, I think we have to have a lot of humility around this virus. There's a lot we don't understand, and it's continuing to surprise us as it is with this BA.286 mutation. But this does look like it's going to be a flu-like paradigm where there's going to be new variants that emerge each year. Hopefully we'll guess right in terms of how we formulate the vaccines, but you're going to need updated protection like you do from flu to try to match the vaccine against the variants that's circulating.
First of all, just a bad booking. We'd never book Dr. Scott Gottlieb, Dr. Farella. You want to know why? He's on the board at Pfizer, and he's writing a book about his experiences during COVID right now. So you think maybe there might be a conflict of interest with somebody on the board of Pfizer who profits when Pfizer makes money, and the fact that Pfizer's got a brand new vaccine that addresses just this variant coming out in September?
Oh, for sure. I mean, come on. We have to all disclose whenever we're doing any kind of talking what we are attached to. And unfortunately, with the Pfizer folk, apparently they don't have to do that because, you know, all they need to do is get their paychecks done. So, you know, this is a really big problem. And we know that among the Freedom Docs, we're all just very upset about the big pharma that is really paying people off to do their dirty work. And it's, you know, this is not science. This is absolute propaganda. We know that some people are up to their 7th booster and are not recognizing the fact that they are having all these brand new health problems and blaming it on something else. And it's far time that we start to look deeply into openvaers.com, and actually recognize the fact that people are getting seriously hurt, injured, maimed, and killed from these vaccines. We need to pay attention to the real science and stop this garbage with the BS 24/7 variants.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
Yeah, and to pay attention to what you're putting in your body. Dr. Frank, why aren't we hearing from doctors, from the administration, maybe on ways to actually be healthy, how to prevent from getting sick, perhaps, you know, eating right, exercising, not smoking, not drinking, you know, every night? Why don't we hear those types of things? Instead, just get another booster, close the school, put a mask on.
That's a great point, Allison. I was actually on with Carl Higbee last night, and we talked about this exact thing, that it's up to us. We all have autonomy and we have control over what we put into our bodies. As you said, we have to teach people how to eat right. We have to teach people how to exercise. We have to teach people how to shop at the grocery store. And we're not doing those things. And even the FDA's own food pyramid is terrible. It creates obesity. It creates heart disease and diabetes. So we need to focus more on that and less on scaring people about, oh, there's an uptick, there's an uptick. And I want to make one other point, because I watch the headlines the same way you guys do. And the hospitalizations are up. The hospitalizations are up. You know, we're still counting people who enter the hospital with COVID instead of because of COVID. So when you see that the numbers have gone up, that means somebody could have come in with a heart attack and happened to test positive in the ER. Those numbers are still counted. I've read studies where up to 70% of what you're classifying as a COVID admission is with COVID instead of COVID. So nobody should be afraid.
That's a very good point,
Great point.
Dr. Frank. And I just, look, I get that this is something that we're always watching for, but here we are a year, this time next year, we'll be talking about the election, which will be just 3 months away. And what's next? They're priming us for early voting and vote by mail all over again. Those COVID measures that were put in place in 2020, we could see again in 2024. We appreciate you both being with us, Drs. Angelina Farella and Dr. Frank Contessessa. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
All right, lots more to come.